So there is something which we don't see, which has the characteristics of attraction, and that which we don't see and has the characteristics of attraction is and
Hello,
keeps
we
the
cannot hear the speaker.
mic तो open है इसी में अच्छा okay so can you hear me now? Am I audible? नहीं okay. Okay, so I was just saying that the matter that is responsible to keep the galaxies and star maybe in the galaxies the way they are, uh, but is not seen uh, like the other usual matter, is what we called as the dark matter. But on the other hand, we see that all the galaxies, everything is moving up, away from each other with a rate which is very high. What is that which is pushing? It is the property, unlike the usual matter where we have attraction forces, but the galaxies and everything is moving away with a very high speed. So what is there? What is this force? What are the things which is responsible for this uh, behavior? So that's we call as the dark energy, and the main difference is that it is it has a negative pressure. It is unlike the usual matter. So dark matter has the attraction, and dark energy is which is responsible for expansion. And uh, because these are the realities, and people do now try to find different solutions, different models which can represent the objects, uh, whether dark matter or dark energy. So these unknown objects, their internal structure of course is not known, no one knows that, but we know that there must be something. So we try to then solve the Einstein field equation, and then there are certain conditions that those objects must satisfy to be the candidate for these compact objects. So I would not go into all those conditions at the moment. So a lot of work is going on, and there are few references. These are some references, for example, where people, by taking different assumption answers, uh, try to find the solution that then can be taken as the candidate for the compact objects. For example, in this first reference, they have taken this type of P equal to A rho. This is the uh, equation of state taken. In some other references, Maharaj et al., they have chosen the equation of state P equal to 1 by 3 times so and so, and one of the metric potential that they assume, and this is only for spherically symmetric cases, static cases, for perfect fluid. Uh, this in reference 3. So it is the purpose of showing these references is not to really go into the details, just to have the idea that a lot of people, by assuming different things, for example, in this reference 4, they have the assumption on the pressure, and the equation of state that is taken to be linear. In this reference, some other, and in reference 6, for example, classes of solutions are obtained by assuming some gravitational potential and linear equation of state. In 7, by quadratic equation of state. So, I mean, in all these, Sharif Iqbal, they investigated some non-static solutions taking different types of equation of states, and this. The point here to say is that we have a system of equation which involves free parameters, and then we have arbitrary choices and going on with taking different choices to find the solutions, and then we check whether those solutions satisfy certain conditions to be taken as the compact object. Okay, as was discussed in the earlier lecture, matching conditions, exterior matching and all those, there are different. Okay, without going that, the main motivation of this talk or the work was that there is arbitrariness in finding solutions of the Einstein field equation or Einstein-Maxwell field equation, and many solutions of these equations have been obtained assuming expression for electric field intensity or gravitational potential or equation of state, etc. And here our main purpose is to develop a systematic approach instead of going haphazardly, to develop a systematic approach to solve the governing system of equations. And this we have tried to do using the Segre classification. I must mention at this point that when I was giving the title of the talk, I had Professor Ghulam Shabir in my mind, that he is the one who is really expert in this side of Segre classification and all that. So I was of the opinion that he would definitely give some other aspect of this classification, but unfortunately we don't have him among us anymore. So I probably won't be able to go into much physical aspect of these classification. I would be just giving a brief view of this classification to the extent that we require for the purpose of limiting the answer taken. So here the purpose is to reduce the arbitrariness in the assumptions taken, and that too with many already assumptions that we have taken. That is, we assume spherically symmetric static geometry. We further assume isotropic pressure. So these assumptions are, and all the references that I showed were with this, except the last few where the condition of static condition was not taken. Anyhow, for this, these are the Einstein field equations, so just forget about this. 3.3 is the metric for the static spherically symmetric geometry, and here 3.6, so we have the perfect fluid case, isotropic case. The energy momentum tensor for this is taken, and once again I would repeat, in almost all the papers there this is the energy momentum tensor is standard taken. So here is the important case. I am not writing here the Maxwell equation, that 3.2 Maxwell equation will have, we will have another equation, fourth equation, but we will have another another unknown. So if we solve the above three equation, we can just use the value in the fourth to find the charge density. So the main here where people do play or find, this is the set of three equation, ODEs, ordinary differential equation, and this involves 5 unknowns: nu, lambda, rho, p and e. And here is the arbitrariness that people do assume. There are 2 free parameters, so you have infinite choices of, so 2 infinity choices. So you have 2 infinity choices, keep on doing this and keep on finding the solution. And the motivation was to have some systematic approach to go about finding the solution. And that approach is using the Segre classification. For example, the Segre classification is essentially an algebraic classification of the trace-free part, SAB, of the Ricci tensor. SAB is defined in this manner, it is the trace-free part of the Ricci tensor. Okay, we can, well, without going into the details, how we find the nature of the space-time that depends on the eigenvalues and some other things of this SAB. SAB from with the help of SAB and the null components of the null tetrad K alpha, K L alpha, M alpha and M bar alpha, one can write the Ricci-Newman-Penrose scalars phi alpha beta. Here this is that I would be needing. Phi alpha beta, they are defined in terms of S alpha beta and the components of the null tetrad as given in 4.2. Now this table gives different Segre types. What does that mean? For example, this one 1 1 1 1 means, for example, here these are the non-zero components. These are the non-zero components for each case. What does this whole case means? I won't go at the moment. I would be just going to describe the way, the purpose that we had to limit the answers. So at the moment, just for this case, all the components should be 0. For example, this case represents that phi 1 1, 2 times phi 1 1 should be equal to phi 0 2 and all other components should be 0. This case means phi 1 1 is the only non-zero component and all other components. So here we have the non-zero component. Okay, for the metric that and the stress energy momentum tensor that we have, that is the static, for that metric the components of the SAB are obtained as this, and these are the, of course, components of the null tetrad. And the main point is that here for this metric and for that static case we have the non-zero components of phi AB are only phi 0 0, phi 2 2 and phi 1 1. Well, this is all known, and for example one can find these components in T. Froese, A. Qadir and M. Ziad's paper and many other places. So these are the only non-zero components. So if we go back to the table, then phi 0 0, phi 2 2 and phi 1 1 are the only non-zero components. So for example, this case is not possible. 2 times phi 1 1 is equal to phi 0 2. Phi 0 2 is 0, so this case is not possible. So the only possible cases are that I can put phi 0 0 equal to 0 and phi 1 1 equal to 0, those expression that obtained, and can have this case. I can have this case where phi 0 0 is phi 2 2 and which is equal to 2 times phi 1 1, and I can have this case that phi 0 0 is phi 2 2 and there is phi 1 1 non-zero. And we can also have, this is possible, we put phi 0 0 phi 2 2 equal to 0 and phi 1 1 non-zero. So these are the 4 possible cases, and these are the 4 possible cases. Case 1, that phi 0 0 and phi 2 2 we put that also equal to 0 and phi 1 also equal to 0. Remember that for this metric and this stress energy tensor, we calculating the components, the only possible non-zero components are phi 0 0, which is equal to phi 2 2 and phi 1 1. So if I put those two expressions also equal to 0, if I put these two expression also equal to 0, phi 0 0 equal to 0 and this expression also 5.4 also equal to 0, we do get two more equations. So originally we had a system of 5 equations, 3 equations with 5 unknowns, but for this particular case, that means now I am restricting myself, that I am finding the solution of this system which belongs to the Segre class 1 1 1 1. It has its own. So this is, in that case we do not need any extra answer to be taken. We have 5 equation and 5 unknown. One can solve that, and indeed it gives a family of solution, that is the Schwarzschild Sutter solution. That is the only possibility, and indeed it is not the Maxwell. We come up with E equal to 0. In second case, last minute. In second case, we case 2, for example, we can put phi 0 0 phi 2 2 is equal to 0 and phi 1 1 not equal to 0. So the first part, this phi 0 0 phi 2 2 equal to 0 will give me another extra equation. So I will have a 4 equation in case 2 with 5 unknowns. So only one assumption is to be taken, but that also arbitrariness would be reduced, that we need to have that answer also satisfied, that phi 1 1 should be non-zero. So it further reduces the arbitrariness. Similarly, for case 3, we have 4 equations with 5 unknowns, so choice is restricted to only one, but with this extra condition that this 6.5, that this is not equal to 0. In case 4, of course, we have 3 equations and 5 unknowns, do not have extra equation, but the arbitrariness is reduced at least by these 2 answers, that these 2 expressions should be non-zero to that extent. So we have obtained different solutions for different cases, which I won't be going. So I think this is the summary also. So I'm done. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So is there any questions? Maybe
Yeah,
if there are any questions? Okay, so if there are no questions, we thank the speaker once again. And our next speaker is Ghulam Abbas, and he will be presenting on complexity factor for an isotropic source in